Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with the snack habit. Bye up, bye up. Man, good morning. It's early. Saturday morning, man. Rolled up out of bed, rolled the mattress up, did a few little burpees, took a bird bath, and now I'm here, man. Raiders, you already know what it is. Shit's getting tricky, man. It's getting real sticky. We're going to discuss a situation, man, that just came across my plate, and it was put out there by a couple different content creators first. So at no point in time am I going to say that this information is pura. At no point in time am I going to say is this information actual facts, man. It is what it is, man. It's being put out there. And so we're going to speak on it. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed to the dope content that I'm bringing. And I highly appreciate the situation, man, that we find ourselves in. Gunners Collective TV. Thank you. So, I did a video yesterday about, G-Face and Bozo and this conflict. This ongoing versus, basically. This ongoing back and forth on the internet. Now, I wanted to leave it at that. I'm of the mind of, killing a conversation. I'm of the mind of, putting some fucking agua on the fire and just letting it fucking smoke. Letting it go, As Raza, I said yesterday, man, everybody's laughing at a situation when they see two individuals in the Raza community fighting. It's just what it is. But this morning, man, I woke up bright and early, so I was scared. Oh shit, I'm eating tamales today. And I start to look at the internet, and I noticed that there's, some tape that's being dropped. I guess, covers being pulled on Bozo. Now, I don't know the guy fucking Bozo from a box of Captain Crunch cereal, but I have heard, some of the things he has said in the past. And like I said, man, I gave him his props yesterday on being an intelligent individual and speaking, intelligently. And then, I also gave him props on being one to hold it down for what his true beliefs are. That's him. As far as G-Face goes, man, no matter what people say about him and a lot of the things that have been said, at the end of the day, he's a grown man doing his thing. Can't hate on that, man. But I noticed that it's getting serious. It's getting real serious. This morning, G-Face drops a video that I guess he says he got from a convict's perspective from Flacco. I guess Flacco dropped it first. For those of you that watch a convict's perspective, and he double backed off of it because it was a tape, allegedly dropped a tape, audio recording of Bozo allegedly, trying to manipulate a 16-year-old girl to run up out of her house so that they could go, kick it at a hotel. Now, right off the top, man, that's not good. That's definitely not good. But again, man, you have to take things that are done out on this internet with a grain of salt because, sometimes audio could be manipulated. Sometimes AI can be involved. Sometimes, people nowadays could turn something into nothing into something, man. They can manipulate some shit. It's just like with paperwork, people could slide things in. There's just a lot of manipulation that goes on to make the other party look bad. Now, I understand G-Face having, this ongoing beef with Bozo. He's automatically going to jump on it, homie. You know what I mean? And put it out there and slander this man's name. It's a serious offense. I once got caught up in a situation where, I jumped the gun myself and slandered the next man's name, man. And I had to sit back with my tail tucked in between my legs and apologize like a real one because that's what real men do. When you fuck up and you do someone dirty, Holmes, you apologize. And then you keep it pushing. You keep stepping and do your own thing, That was almost the demise of my channel. That was almost the demise of my word, man, because a lot of people looked at me some type of way. They were like, damn, Gun, you jumped the gun. You could have put someone's life in danger. Now, in this situation, it's my fucking eye itches. I don't know. Maybe I got bit by a fucking cucaracha. I don't know. In most cases, when you say something on this internet, man, you better be able to back it up. Now, of course, I listened to the audio tape, and I'm not going to play the audio tape right here, gente. It's not going to happen. You can go to G-Face's channel or Convict's Perspective or whatever to listen to it. I'm not going to play it because I'm not going to indulge in pushing that narrative that he's a chomo or that he was doing displaying chomo activities. Because at the end of the day, man, I don't even know if that's that man's voice. Just because someone sounds similar, there's a lot of vatos that sound the same. There's a lot of vatos that sound, unless you see them on camera actually doing some fucking bad shit, you don't know. Just because a vato, it's a look-alike or a sound-alike. Look at, they say R. Kelly pissed on her. I don't know. That could have been fucking Dave Chappelle with a hat backwards. One never knows, does one? But I know this. You know, this is a big leap that G-Face is doing. This is a big leap that any platform is doing by slandering a man to this degree, because at this point, you know, you got to understand that, you know, you're putting him in a dangerous situation. There's going to be his homeboys that are going to start questioning his activities. You know, people are going to question it. You know, he has a rap career, how he takes care of his family. That's going to fuck that off. You know, people don't want to associate or affiliate with people of that, you know, that character that fuck with 16-year-old girls, or people that, you know, are trying to manipulate a youngster to sneak out of the house. Now, in this audio, I will not play the actual audio, but I will say what it said. And I'm not saying this is Bozo on the audio tape, because it could be anybody, but they're alleging that it is him. You know, he's having a conversation with a girl that you could tell is young of age, but nowadays, man, you don't know, you know, without seeing a license or an ID. So he's having this conversation. Where he fucks up, or whoever is on this tape fucks up, is he's talking about, hey, you need to sneak out. She's talking about, are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? He never once says that, yes, he's going to do this. He says, we can go to a hotel and kick it. Now, from the hood, barrio, y'all know what kick it means, but kick it could be eating fucking peanut butter Captain Crunch, watching the fucking Three Stooges. We don't know, right? But he's talking about, yeah, we can kick it. Or she's like, yeah, all right, cool. And he's like, hey, don't tell. Now, this is the cold part. Don't tell none of my homies that me and you are kicking it. Don't tell nobody. That shows, you know, when someone does that, it's because they feel guilty about something. You know, unless he's cheating on his old lady and they don't say nothing because I don't want her to get back to her. And the next thing you know, fucking no tortillas. You know what I mean? So it could be that. That could be part of the situation. But of course, it's twisted up and spun up to make it like, hey, don't tell none of my homeboys because they're going to whack me or they're going to feel some type of way. Absolutely. You know, if you're manipulating a young kid, if you know better, then you do better. You know, I don't see what a lot of these gentlemen are involving themselves with these young kids anyways, homie. What are you going to get out of it? Besides gratification, homies, it ain't that serious, you know? Hey, you're a man. You're supposed to be with a woman. You're not a boy being with the girl, you weirdo, right? That's it. That's just how I feel. Now, I'm not saying that this is Bozo on this tape, but this is what's being alleged. So the tape continues on, the narrative, where she's like, are we going to do this, do that? Again, man, this guy never says actually what they're going to do, but then does go on to say, you know, don't tell anyone. And damn, man, I can't wait till you turn 18. Ooh, wee. What the fuck you doing with someone that ain't turned 18? Look, quietly as it's kept, man, there's been many guys out there, man. And you got to remember, Bozo was 40 years old, mid 40s, my age, right? Homie, you don't even, that's a question you should never, that should never even cross your mind. I can't wait till you turn 18 or an exclamation point. Look, homie, in your mind, you might believe, I can't wait, you know what I mean? But you better, motherfucker, I can't, check it out, new shoes, you better wait, homie. Because if you don't wait, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to find yourself incarcerated, you're going to find yourself fucking with a big old black dude behind you in a cell that you never thought you'd be in, and he can't wait. Can I have that cornbread? It's just a sticky situation. Now, getting back to this whole audio being dropped, you know, of course, you know, people are going to put it out there for content purposes. This is YouTube. There's a beef going on with Ghostface, of course, man, and Bozo. So any little thing that people could throw out there to manipulate the situation or to make the situation look real, then it is what it is. I don't fault a Convict's Perspective for dropping this at all, because that man's going to drop whatever goes on his plate, man, that he feels, you know, is relevant to a situation. You know, again, man, I believe, honestly, I didn't watch his video, but I honestly believe that, you know, he wouldn't do this without first doing his due diligence and his homework. Now, as far as Ghostface, of course he's going to run with it. He's doing anything he can to slander this other man. And I'm sure Bozo's going to have a rebuttal, but the real one won't even rebuttal it. The real one would just be like, come on, homie, if you believe that shit, you need to kick it with that vato and go get a stylist to Beijing you up too. Come on now. It could be anyone on that tape. I'm just saying. Now, the voice does sound familiar, and it does sound similar. But again, Holmes, I have a fucking brother that sounds just like me. Okay? You know, you just don't know exactly the business, especially here on YouTube, where there's nothing but slandering, manipulation, and people dragging other people through the mud constantly. It gets old after a while, especially when it's done about you. But even when you see it done to others, you feel some type of way. Now, I did it before, Holmes. I jumped the gun. I pulled some fucking bogus ass paperwork that I thought was real out on the next man, you know, and I truly felt sorry for that. I truly could have put that man in danger in a bad situation. And he lashed out on me and he came at me crazy and he did what he did. And I earned all that, Humps. I had that coming. You know, but as a grown man, I realized, man, that's not the way to work it here on this YouTube shit. That's not the way to go. Just because you don't like a guy, man, doesn't mean that you slander him or you jump the gun and throw shit out there. Now, this right here can be detrimental to Bozo's safety and security as a person on the streets, not just on YouTube and fuck social media and all that. I'm talking about real. You know, so when Ghostface is doing this video and he's walking around and he looks like he hasn't even washed the lagañas out of his eyes. He hasn't even washed his face yet. He's out there early in the morning. He's already on it. Hey, homie. Boom, boom, you dirty chomo. Look, you have to do your homework in a situation. You can't jump the gun, man, because that's fucking gonna put fucking huevo all over your face. You know, unless you like huevos on your face, like Wes Watson, you're gonna have huevo all over your face because when you're going to the extreme to slander a man like this, you know, and he used the word selective politicking, and people are still gonna rock with him no matter what. And look. At the end of the day, I know all about selective politicking. At the end of the day, I know all about manipulation into the bullshit. You know, it's happened to me, and I've done it to others. You know, as a grown man, I admit my faults. And what I'll say right here is this is a bad situation. This is a safety and security concern. You are putting this man in danger without even righteously knowing if that's not fucking manipulated and fabricated, because that tape right there, albeit does sound very, very, very guilty, right? It's not right. If that is him, then he is a piece of caca. If that is him doing that, man, then he should know better. And as a grown man, Holmes, he got busted, caught. Boom, there you go, eh? But if it's not, you know, then you're the one holding the fucking empty bag, because it could get tricky, real tricky right here on YouTube, you know. I did a video yesterday and I talked about, man, killing the noise, killing the bullshit, letting the shit go. But it seems like this is going to be continuous. This is going to go on and on and on and on. It's starting to become a clout thing. It's starting to become, you know, a he said, she said thing. Now, of course, in this video that Ghostface did, he did say that, of course, Bozo has to ask permission, and no grown man should have to ask permission to respond back or do content. But everyone's in a different position in life, man. You must answer to someone in life. You know, whether it be your boss at Taco Bell, you know, you got to ask them how many Dorito shells you guys are going to need for the next hour. Or, you know, if it's someone in a higher level, man, and if you're an active gang member and you function, then you understand, man, before you can go doing these YouTube interviews and jumping on social media, man, a lot of people have to make sure that it's all good, humps, because there's other fucking things that are involved with this shit. It's not as simple as just jumping on YouTube and talking shit to a next man. You have to make sure that you play your cards right, eh? Or you can find yourself and your familia around you in a bad, sticky situation. Now, this right here is very tricky. You know, if this tape is authentic, 100%. You know, and like I said, a convict's perspective, man, they do their homework and their due diligence when they drop a lot of tapes, right? So if this shit right here is pura 100% correct, then Bozo, that's a bad look, right? Now, again, I'm not stamping it, condoning it, saying it's 100% authentic. You know, I've heard stories like it could be AI, it could be someone manipulating, but we all know, man, you know, that's a bad look. You know, any man, and if this is, and I'm just speaking and saying it is Bozo, but it isn't, right? I don't know. If it was, and he was trying to, the words he was using, he sounded like a slick, sly fucking wolf in sheep's clothing, on me. You know, he knew it. Hey, don't tell the homies though. Don't tell the homies though. You know, you're not trying to fuck you, but hey, you know, you don't tell the homies though. Nah, bro, weirdo. You know what I mean? We're going to call fucking that guy that comes in and says, hey, you know what I mean? You come in with condoms and a pizza and he got you. A 16-year-old, come on, man. I don't care how these young girls start to look, man. And there's always these dudes that stick up for these people. Hey, you know, it's what she looked. It doesn't matter what she looked like, homie. It doesn't matter how she developed or whatever. She's a kid, dumbass. That's what fucking matters, period. As a grown man, you should know better. You know, especially someone who has children. You should know better, you idiot, period. Now, Ghostface also did mention something about, you know, hey, all that shit you said about don't lose selective politics and all that shit you said about SPM and all this shit. Look, SPM is a convicted child molester, okay? Whether he's innocent or guilty, he still is a convicted, he has them charges, eh? So he's going to have to fight that from the get back. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's on him. But yes, if Bozo is, that's called being a hypocrite, disrespecting this man, talking about his card is pulled, this, and that, and then to be caught on tape, well, guess who fumbled that ball? You know what I mean? And it ain't Thurman Thomas. I'm going to tell you right now, it's just an ugly situation. Anyways, with all that being said, man, this is getting real tricky and very, very serious. You know, these are accusations you just don't make, man, unless you're sure. I know, believe that, man. I can tell you first and foremost, these are accusations you just don't make. I'm sure another, Ghostface wanted all the social media platforms to tap in and to chime in on this. And I'm sure they will. Everyone does what they do for content purposes. But at the end of the day, man, can't we all just get along? Again, I said it yesterday. It's like I'm a fortune teller, eh? I can see the future. You know what I mean? We're looking bad out here. The raza continues to look bad, man. All over clout, all over fucking hatred, all over a diss song, all over some shit that doesn't even count. You're going to get a man murked in the streets over some bullshit. Now, it ain't bullshit if it's real. If it's real, fuck you. If it's not, that's why I'm not snapping it, because I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, man, just something to throw out there. Make sure you tap in with them other channels, support them, and show them if you want to listen to the audio. Again, I won't play it here on my channel because I don't know, but it did sound kind of fishy. Smelled like tuna, right? That being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive to struggle, the struggle to strive. We're going to continue to do what we do right here on YouTube, right here at Gunners Collective TV, man. For the people, by the people, man. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm going to go ahead and wear that crown, and I'm going to do what I does. Today, Christmas time, Christmas shopping. I'm going to get broker than Baby Joker, man. It's bad.